We're back. Sports Unplugged. Remember, follow us at Sports Unplugged on Twitter. Subscribe to the Sports Unplugged 312 channel. That's Sports Unplugged 312. Also, check out my man Big Mad on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook is Big Mad. And, of course, I'm Leon Rogers. Same name for all three games. Facebook, Instagram.
All of them.
Keeping it simple, all right? We were talking about playoff basketball, and we got up to everybody, and we're talking about how the Spurs just totally decimated the Lakers. The last game, going out, they went out bad. It just looked bad. Even Kobe walking out on the bench trying to give the people in the city of Los Angeles
something to cheer for.
Just didn't happen. The Lakers look terrible. They get put out by the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs get the rest. I feel now like they're the absolute favorite coming out the West, especially with the injury to Westbrook and OKC, which I felt like they were the only threat to take San Antonio off the map. They're veteran, nice combination of veteran leadership and young guys playing, and they got the veterans at the right spots.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. No one wants to see this.
Memphis
would knock them. Memphis would knock out San Antonio. They would knock them out, and I think in like 5 games.
You think so?
Yes.
Why?
I love Gasol. I love Zebo.
I love them too.
I love Conley with them. But then you got
the reason why I disagree with
defense.
The reason why I disagree with that. San Antonio is a great defensive team too, a great help defensive team, and I think Memphis plays San Antonio. They become severely limited at the perimeter. Popovich will find a way to keep that ball from getting inside to the two big. They can't bring it up the floor. And Tony Parker, Conley, I'm sorry, but Mike Conley has not shown me enough we can stop Tony Parker. And listen, Tony Allen can only guard so many people. And Manu Ginobili still gives people buckets.
No, I understand
and
that.
Tim Duncan is still one of the best big men in the game.
I agree.
So
I agree.
So whoever you put on them is going to get work.
This is the issue.
And I like Kawhi Leonard. I like Hill. I like
Danny Green.
Danny Green. I'm sorry. I like that guy. I like San Antonio.
No, here's my thing. And this is something that's been haunting the San Antonio Spurs for a while now. They'll get to the finals, the conference finals, and then all those great, supplementary players that they have that are kind of, bums anywhere else but play well for them.
Right.
They become bums again. It's like midnight hits and Cinderella's gone. Danny Green disappears. Kawhi Leonard doesn't know how to play basketball anymore. It's like, what the hell's going on? Now it's all up to Duncan, Tony, and Ginobili. Then guess what? Tony or Ginobili gets hurt, and now you're screwed. It always happens for like the last 5 years. Because think about it. It's been since what, 08? Or was it 06? 06? Since the Spurs been to the finals?
True.
06. Dog, we talking about 06. It's been a while since the Spurs been to the finals. That's 6 years, 7 years since the Spurs been to the finals, man? Come on now.
Yeah.
It's like the Patriots for a while hadn't been to the Super Bowl. It's been a while. And there's a reason why it's been a while. Them players have been great all year. Get to the finals and remember, oh yeah, I'm not that good.
Keep going.
I'm not going no more, dog. You're not gonna make me. I hate you. I hate you. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. I am not talking to you right now. What were we talking about?
We were talking about. We were getting to the L.A. Lakers and San Antonio. Here's what's just totally disgraceful. The superstar on your team, Kobe Bryant, who wishes he could get out there and play, but he can't. He's done. Would have done everything in his power to keep the Lakers from losing that game on their home court, being swept out by the San Antonio.
Getting beaten by that bad, too.
Beaten by that bad. Dwight Howard, and I don't often agree with Stephen A. Smith, but that was a punk move.
Or as loudly.
That was the biggest sellout, punk out move I've seen in the NBA in a long time. You already know your team is down 20-something odd points. You're the mainstay. You're the guy. If they're going to mount a comeback, it's going to come through you and Pau Gasol. For you to get another technical and get thrown out of the game, then in the post-game interview, you make comments when the guy says, hey, well, you said you didn't say we, so is it safe to say that you might not be coming back next year, or I'm looking too much into it? for you to look this guy up in the face and say, well, you're looking too much into it, lets me know that you're going to be on the same bullshit that you were in Orlando. Right. That's how I would feel if I was Kupchak, the GM of the Los Angeles Lakers. If I was the owner of the Lakers, I'm like, listen, we need an answer from you now. We're not going to wait. If in fact you start pitter-patting your feet, we're going to trade you because somebody will take you. Somebody will take you. We just have to find out who. But I'm not going to sit up
they
here.
Can't trade him. He's a free agent.
Well, okay. Well, you need to give us a decision.
Well, see,
or we're gonna start making.
Here's my thing. I don't feel sorry for.
No. Listen.
Go ahead.
We're gonna start making moves. We're gonna start making moves to make sure we don't get screwed.
Right.
At the end of the day, so you can
like Brooklyn. What Brooklyn did.
Yeah, you're not gonna screw us because if he wanted to come back, he would say it already. Like Shaq said, I said it. I'm coming back.
Right.
There was no hesitation. I'm coming back. So you're either coming back or you want to go to Houston or whatever.
Here's the thing. I don't feel sorry for anybody in this situation because the Lakers, the 76ers, the Magic, nobody. Because they did this to themselves. The Lakers, you traded for a guy that was a drama queen. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? 76ers, you traded for a guy who had bad knees. Mm-hmm. Orlando,
you got nothing.
You got nothing. You signed you signed him. You could have traded him. You know what I'm saying? You could have traded him and made that move.
Yeah, but man, that's like me and you being great friends. We've been great friends for years. I believe you if you tell me you're coming to pick me up.
Right.
And I'll believe you 30 minutes before if you're saying you're coming to pick me up.
Right.
Now, anything after 30 minutes, I'm screwed because we need 30 minutes to get there.
Right.
But I believed in you.
Right.
And so you might even still say 10 minutes, I'm coming, dog, but I'm going to be late.
No.
I'll give you that pass, and that's what Orlando did with him.
No. Let me ask you this question.
He held those people hostage.
Now, here's my thing.
He held them hostage.
Here's my thing. Same scenario. We've been friends for years.
Right.
I'm always 30 minutes late to picking you up. Let's just say, you know what I'm saying? I'm always 30 minutes late, so you don't count on me as much when I say I'm on my way.
You're always 30 minutes late. But when we get to wherever we're going, you make up for it because you do what you have to do and you do your job. Mm-hmm. So don't act like there's not a balance. It's like you're 30 minutes late and then you're terrible when we get to where we at. Yeah, he's been
an all-star center.
But he's an all-star center, and those are not a dime a dozen.
Right.
You can't just go out like how you guys speak on running backs in the NFL. They're a dime a dozen.
Dwight Howard,
7 foot dominating centers are not a dime a dozen.
Right.
Shaqs are not a dime a dozen.
Right.
Hakeem Olajuwons are not a dime a dozen.
You're right.
So when you got a guy like that, you don't just want to cast him to the wind. Then he goes somewhere else, and it's everything that you wanted him to be there.
Right.
It's like the hot chick who's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You like, I love this, but she's so nuts. But when I let her go, she's going to get her shit together and be the perfect girlfriend for the next guy after I cultivated and went through all that garbage with her.
Well, see, here's the thing. With the Lakers, when it comes to the Lakers and the whole situation with the Lakers, it's that the fact of the matter is they messed up when they let go of Mike Brown. I'm be honest with you.
They messed up when they hired him.
Well, I mean,
I would have searched and got somebody else.
No, I understand that. But let's say we're going into the season with Mike Brown. Right. You come into the season with Mike Brown, he goes 1-4. You fire him. For what? You went 1-4. You have a brand new team. Steve Nash has broke his leg.
That don't know how to play with each other.
What are we doing? Firing the head coach. You bring in D'Antoni. His system doesn't work with the team you got. He benches Pau Gasol in 3 games into his tenure. I'm like, this is a catastrophe. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? You mishandled the whole situation. Why would Dwight want to play for D'Antoni, seeing how utterly miserable this man was in that system?
Well, do the same thing
you said.
Do the same thing you did to Luigi in Orlando. Just, hey, man, this system sucks, and I want him to go, or I'm gone.
That's my thing. And I think Stephen A. Smith also said, he believes that you have to keep one or the other. It won't be both. Yeah. Here's the thing. Like you said, Dallas doesn't have all the money they can use. There's only 2 teams that can really go get Dwight. Houston and Atlanta. He ain't going to Atlanta.
Doesn't make sense for Houston to get him, though.
Huh?
You've already got $1 million center on your team.
Oh, you get rid of him.
You dangle him somewhere. Somebody will grab him.
Let me tell you something. Omar Sheik's played well enough for somebody to say,
get him some money,
come here and we'll take that $50 million hit, you know what I'm saying, and keep it moving. Right. You know what I'm saying? He's played well enough to say he can be Omar Sheik has proven that he's the starting center in this league.
Here's the thing. I don't believe Dwight Howard is a guy who can handle pressure. He's robbing. He's always going to be robbing. He can be a dominating center, but he's always going to be robbing. I believe he always has to be somewhere where somebody else will take the brunt of. This is what I don't like about Dwight Howard. He never takes responsibility
for nothing.
For anything. Okay, so in L.A., I'm not getting enough touches. I'm not doing this. But then when you get your ass kicked by 20 and you're getting your touches and you were scoring this and that, be a man. Like Kobe would say, hey, I got to do better. I got to score more points or whatever. I got to win. All great winners do that. And until Dwight Howard learns that, he's always going to be mediocre.
But see, here's my thing, and I've heard a lot of people say this. Do you pay max dollars for a center that doesn't really have an offensive game? He really can't.
And hasn't worked on it in the 8 years.
He's tried to work on it. I've seen him try to do the Georgetown hop, and that doesn't even look right.
Shaq said it best. Everybody's like, well, he needs to go see Akeem. He's like, why? That's not his game. He's not as athletic and as nimble as Akeem. What he needs to do is hook up with somebody who had a power game down low underneath the basket. He said, like, I would show him. He said, I didn't have moves like Hakeem, so I didn't train with Hakeem. I went and found this guy who taught me how to back people down, and if I couldn't get all the way in, come over top of him with a little jump baby hook. It was a power game. Dwight Howard has a power game, and he's going to continue to keep getting beat up, fouled, and hacked until he finds a way to spin and get out of that trouble.
I'm going to say, he doesn't need the like you said, he doesn't have Akeem's type of game.
He has a power game.
He needs to work on that baby hook. Yeah. And his spin moves. I mean, his post moves. That's what he needs to work on. Like
Zebo bullies people. Gasol has the footwork. Zebo's the bully. Mm-hmm. And he has to play like a bully.
And Zebo got footwork too. Yeah. That man.
But I mean, his primary thing is he puts his ass on you on the block and gets you damn near so far into the basket.
But his footwork is awesome because the thing is the man plays under the rim because his athleticism is slim to none. And he could jump over a piece of paper.
Right.
You know, he has to have the skills.
And that's what I mean. But Dwight Howard can jump. Mm-hmm. Dwight Howard is strong. He's an ox. Find somebody, get with a Kevin McHale. Somebody that can show you.
Oh, down in Houston?
Yeah, you know. Have a guy on the outside who ain't scared to shoot it. And they'll say, all right, I'm the reason we lost. Yeah, I took 30 shots.
I mean, like I said, I actually think the perfect situation for him, if the Lakers don't change some things, it's Houston. You got to go to Houston. And I wouldn't have said that before, but with James Harden down there, I like Houston. I like Parsons. I like the pieces around there that will fit for Dwight. Dwight worked best when he had a whole bunch of shooters around him. He can grab rebounds and dunk the ball.
And he doesn't have to be the number one option.
No, he doesn't.
He can be the number two option. Harden will be number one.
Yep.
Because James Harden, and I think James Harden would benefit from having him there. You know, an inside-outside game. And so Kobe, do they fix their mouth to say, Kobe, why don't you just sit out for you?
No, they're not. It's not gonna happen, dog. Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. We've talked about this before. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. D'Antoni needs to get fired. Jeannie needs to take over. Like I said, everyone's been saying this.
Though?
Jeannie needs to take over as president and run that ship.
And let Phil come in
GM. And be GM coach, if you whatever. Cupcheck, it's been nice, been great. You got to go too. Everybody got to go. Clean house. Everybody got to go. Kobe, Powell. Everyone's off the books in 2 years.
Yeah.
Everybody's off the books. LeBron, come on through.
No, it's not going.
I don't think it's gonna happen either. No. He ain't going to LA.
He'll go back to Cleveland.
Yeah. You can get that off your mind. Mike Brown going back to Cleveland. Why not?
Yeah. When we come back, NFL draft grades. Who did well? Who sucked? And we're going to talk about the Bears. What do you think about their draft picks?
Not much.